Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J. Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. And today we have our last non-conference game of the season. We go on the road to play against UNLV. They have a B- overall squad. They got a B offense and a C+ defense. We're both 0-2, and Lee Corso is going to be rocking with them. But hey, I liked what I saw on the defensive side of the ball when we played against Syracuse. But you know, UNLV, they're a pretty solid 0-2 squad. They only lost by 2 touchdowns to Vanderbilt, who's undefeated right now, and then lost by 1 point when hosting UAB. As for us, we haven't really been in any games. We've only averaged 7 points per game, but at least defensively, we've done a better job against Syracuse than we did against North Texas. So hopefully this is the game where we turn things around the offensive side of the ball. I can't wait to get into this one. And if you're excited about this episode too, I need you guys to do me a favor. Smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe. You have to be brand new and love the content here on this channel. And leave a comment for your boy as well, so we can grow the community together, this Double J Gaming Nation. But with that being said, let's get it, boys. Alright guys, so we did go ahead and win the coin toss, so we gave it to put it in the hands of our defense to start this off, man. It is our stronger unit, as Justin Burden waking up and committing violence, man. Just putting the heavy lumber on that poor running back. Still a gain of 8 though, as we got him to a 2nd and 2. They do go to the outside to Grigsby, who breaks the tackle and is forced out of bounds. Does pick up 7 yards on the catch. That's his first catch of the day, as they have a 1st and 10 to work with now. Alfred going to drop back the pass. He's looking around, but look who it is. Izzy Ray coming in with the sack. You know, I said it before, I say it again. You know, he's not a guy, you know, that's going to have a ton of tackles in the game, but he's usually good for 1 sack. And we're not waiting too long, man. He already got his first sack of the game, man. You love to see it. Izzy Ray, an underrated, helper on this defense. And because of that, we got him on this 3rd and long now, as they trying to go the other way with it. Battle drops it though, and we go ahead. We force them to punt this thing. As we go ahead, we start off with the football now. Good start to the game. Let's trying to get something going on offense, as it's deflected and it's intercepted right before it touches the ground. We were looking for X right there, and it was just a completely bad ball. I don't know why these passes are just so inaccurate. It's something that we have to work on with Miami for sure. You know, he's a guy, as JJJ tries to bring him down, he can't even do that either. You know, Miami needs to be more comfortable in the pocket. We know he's an athlete. You know, we know he has very good speed, but not a great passer, man. At least we've seen that for sure, as UNLV is going to turn around and they're going to get a touchdown right from the get-go. So that interception that we've thrown did cost us 7 points, and that's how UNLV gets their first points of the game. So coming in now down 7-0, as there's been a couple of 3 and outs after that. We finally get our first down of the game. Miami Uagalie, he's going to be able to pick up 11 on the read option. That's why we're really trying to lean on that running game, you know, at least while we wait for Miami to develop his his passing presence, his pocket presence, that kind of stuff. As we're already towards the end of the 1st quarter, man. A very quick 1st quarter, obviously. We're only down by 7. We're playing tough. Again, it just depends on our offense. Our offense is going to determine whether we win our game. I know our defense is going to show up, as we do have a 3rd and 1 here to start off this 2nd quarter. See if we can pick up the 1st down here. It was a little tight, but we do manage to get it somehow. Miami taking a shot, though. He still ends up picking up 3 yards on that carry, as we have a fresh set of downs to work with, thankfully. As we'll go ahead, try to hand it off, but this time UNLV was ready for it. As Landon Stewart gets into the backfield, he already has multiple TFLs. As even though we got second long, we're going to stay true to the identity. Going to go ahead, run with the football, and we're going to end up picking up 8 yards on that carry. So 3rd and 6 coming up here. Just trying to pick up this first down here once again. Trying to put in that work as Miami drops back. Gets it to Adam Hill III, who takes a shot but still hangs on and makes the catch for us. First down for your Quakers, my G's. As we got a 1st and 10 to work with once again. Got a promising drive going. Trying to throw to an out ball, but for some reason it did not let me throw it. He was listed as a passing option, and by the time I realized it was too late, and we fumbled the football away. Just not a good one. Can't even blame that on Miami. That was on me, to be honest with you guys. And, you know, game doesn't matter, though. It's still going to come down as a turnover for Miami. And UNLV gets some great field position to work with once again, and that's what we're worried about. We know the defense will show up, but if our offensive unit is going to put us in pretty bad spots, it's going to be a long day, man. So we have to be a lot better, you know, with taking care of the football at the end of the day. You know, we can't afford to have these kinds of mistakes. As we do get into a 3rd and long, we get a little lucky. We only allow a field goal on this drive, so I count that as a win for our defense for sure, given where we gave the football at to begin with. It was essentially in field goal range, but look, we're not even getting anything going. We just have nothing, you know, going for our offense right now. I'm hoping we can see some more resiliency as this game goes on, but for right now, defense is putting in that work. They give up a long gain, but there is a holding penalty. So now 2nd and 13 coming up after the penalty. McConnell breaks the tackle, though, and is going to be carried out of bounds eventually. Stan McConnell with a 24-yard catch, and it's a 1st down for the Rebels as they move down quickly, you know, doing them know how to attack. Alfred dropping back, looking over the middle, and finds Lee right down center field. Terrell Lee hitting us with a 29-yard gain, and the Rebels are in field goal range once again. Actually, not only field goal range, but the end zone, as Battle just mosses multiple defenders for us. Touchdown for UNLV. And James Alfred is absolutely feeling himself right now. We're down 17-0. And our guys need a spark, man. We certainly need a spark. Hopefully we can get it from Justin Burden, who's going to take it to the outside. He has some space to work with. He is brought down at the 40-yard line, and we need that kind of field position. You see this team defense right now. We have only gotten 37 yards of total offense so far. That is sad. So definitely need some help here. Miami trying to make something happen. Finds Danny Carson over the middle. The old scramble to the right on the 4 verts. Ends up turning 47 yards. That just significantly increases what Miami is working with, but unfortunately for us, it doesn't lead to anything. We stall out shortly after. We are only able to get a field goal, but at the very least, you know, all things considered, we do at least get some points on the board. It's no longer a shutout that UNLV is pitching. So, defense is still playing strong. You know, we're still in this game. It's a 2-possession game right now. You know, just got to make sure we take care of business on defense here once again, as Deontay McLaurin's going to able to make the tackle on Barry Wagner. He gets his first catch of the day. As now 1st and 10 coming up. Alfred dropping back, throwing over the middle, and gets it to Battle. Jason Battle able to pick up 10 yards on the catch as well. So a 2nd and inches now coming up here. As now Alfred dropping back once more, throwing quickly to the right, and not only does he pick up the 1st down, but also gets out of bounds as well. So that's going to save a timeout for the Rebels here, as we have another 1st and 10 coming up. They throw again over to that right-hand side, over to Lee, who picks up 8, but hey, he's kept in bounds, and you know if he's got to take a timeout here, and if we can get him off the field here on 3rd down without allowing any points, that would have been awesome, but that didn't happen whatsoever. Easy catch for Richard Grisby. He already has 4 catches in this one as well. And more importantly, they got a fresh set of downs to work with as they try to drop back the pass. It's a pass-happy day for the Rebels as Jason Battle cuts upfield, finds the soft spot in our zone, and makes us pay for it dearly. Another touchdown for the Rebels As we go into halftime, down 24-3 already. Hasn't been a good look for us, but at least we get the ball to start the second half. So we got some work to do, man. We need to put in that work right now. As Miami will drop back. He throws to the right-hand side. Gets it to Jakeem Short, who ends up picking up 20 yards on the catch. But can we keep it going? We're getting at least, like, plays of, like, 20 yards or more. But we got to be able to pick up, longer plays more consistently. And this drive is going to be really helpful in doing just that. As a couple plays later, we got a 2nd and 10 coming up here. Miami didn't see anybody open, trying to run for the first down, and actually does get there. Is able to pick up 11. Miami with almost 30 yards on the ground. He's just been running for his life so far today. As we have another 3rd down coming up here, trying to throw over the middle. Throws a good ball over to Henry B. York, who ends up picking up 14 yards. But the thing about this drive, though, it's eating a lot of clock. We started with the football, mind you, and half of the quarter is already gone. So we definitely have to come away with some points as Adam Hill III cannot pick up the first down for us. And the sad part was, if we would have just waited a little bit, we had the slant open, that would have been 6 points. And it would have been a 2-score game, but instead, we're sitting here with a 24-6 gain. And defense is doing all it can, but you can tell it's getting tired. We're getting a little sloppy here with our penalties as they get Deontay McLaurin with the face mask. Not even necessary. We had him locked up on that read option, so you hate to see it. So fresh set of downs for the Rebels, as this time they go to the halfback screen for the first time today. Richard Grisby able to pick up 5 on that one. So a 3rd and 2 coming up. Couple plays later, Alfred somehow trying to get out of there. He does succeed, and our guys have to come up. Justin Burden making the tackle. You hate to see it, because again, we had him locked up in the pocket, but just can't get things going our way. But karma does help us out a little bit. RJ Greenway getting the sack. The score still remains 24-6, but we haven't really done much to go ahead and try to close this gap. We need this 4th quarter. We need some kind of rally, and we need some actual touchdowns on the board. We got to do it. Okay, so we actually went for free and out, turns out, on our first possession of the 4th quarter, so that really sucks to say the least. And then on a 3rd and 7, we actually give up 17 to Stan McConnell. That will en route, with the one-on-one matchup. That's a barbecue chicken for us when we, aren't in a zone to account for that. But that being said, we're playing really good with our rushing defense as Caden Doman gets up in there. He lights him up like a Christmas tree. It's now 2nd and 15 coming up. Levine drops back. He's going to throw over to the left-hand side. Gets it to Lee, but look who breaks it up. Deontay McLaurin laying the lumber. And it's a 3rd and 15 now. Let's get these guys off the field as Alfred dropping back. He gets hit as he's thrown and it's incomplete. Deontay McLaurin in there making a play for our defense. And UNLV sells for a field goal, so it remains a free score game. But now at this point, field goals aren't going to help us whatsoever, as we definitely need to pick up a first down here. Miami, Uigali ain't going to pick up the first on the ground, but he looks like he gets shaken up. So Terrence Patton is going to have to come in, throw his first pass of the season, in meaningful action. And what he does, unfortunately, he throws a pick. The throw was accurate, just the safety made a great play. And unfortunately for us, that's the 3rd turnover for us today. And more specifically, Josh Smith gets 2 interceptions, 1 on each quarterback that has come into the game for us. And UNLV, once again, great field position. And it's just crazy, man. The defense, it's only a 52 overall defense, but they're playing hard for sure, particularly in the the running defense. You can tell that they're trying to work hard on that. Although Cross is able to break a tackle, and that's just a product of guys being tired. Our offense has not been able to move the ball today, with the exception of a couple of plays. And it definitely has shown here as Alfred drops back, throws over the middle to Lee, and nobody is there in time. Deontay McLaurin eventually making the tackle. But yeah, man, if our defense can catch up to the effort that, the defense has been putting up, this isn't, a team that can, average in like the low 20s. I truly believe that in conference play. You know, it just depends on what our offensive unit can do. The offense has to set up the defense and vice versa, as Alfred almost breaking that out for a touchdown, but thankfully Reggie Chapman able to come in there and finish it off. And we allow another field goal despite the fact that, you know, UNLV had really great field position. You know, defense was on a whole nother level. But again, it's been a tough one for the Earlham offense, as Miami going to scramble to the outside and pick up the first. It's now 1st and 10 with about 3:30 left in the game. Miami dropping back. Going to try to throw it to the right-hand side. Finds Joakim Short, who breaks one tackle. Gets away from a few others, and it's a 40-yard gain for Joakim Short. What a dot by Miami. And that's the, like, infuriating part about Miami Uiagalelei. Like, he's able to drop these kinds of throws, and although Adam Hill dropped that, you hate to see it. But, like, he hasn't been able to do it consistently, and that's been infuriating for us here. As Miami drops back, this time going to run for the first down. He's a couple yards shy. And a 3rd and 2 now coming up. Going to try to pick up the first down here quickly, as Miami's looking around. Going to try to throw it towards the end zone. St. Wilhelm had his hands on it, but can't bring it in, unfortunately. Beautiful timing throw from Miami, but even receivers on this drive aren't necessarily helping them out either, as Miami able to pick up the first down the next play, but unfortunately, he's going to be shaken up here once again. So Terrain Patton going to have to come in and play quarterback for us, as Patton drops back. His arm is hit as he's thrown, but they don't call it a fumble. We had Danny Carson, you know, if he was able to get it to him, that was going to be 6. And so, 3rd and goal coming up. Going to try to hit the fullback U with Bob Smith, but that's not going anywhere. UNLV was more than ready for it and just couldn't get any push with our offensive line. So, 4th and goal, trying to throw it. We had Joakim Smith open, but again, pressure gets to him, and Miami gets hurt again. Hopefully, he's not out for a long period of time, and UNLV is going to end up winning this game, man. 30-6. This is all in the offense, man. I don't know what else to tell you. When you only score 6 points, you're not going to be in a position to win any games. We need more from this offensive unit going forward. Let's go ahead and check out the stats for our guys in this game. Alright, man, so we take another loss here once again. Earlham, we fall 30-6. At least in the first 2 games we got into the end zone. We didn't even manage to do that today. I don't know what to do with this offense. We can't seem to do anything right now. We're just having a really rough time in our debut in the revamp these first few games. It's been a tough going for sure, and we're going to have to make some adjustments going forward. So this is the stats for our guys here today, and Miami had a really tough day today. He was 9 for 21, 149 yards, and an interception. He also took 2 sacks, as well as a bunch of other stuff that ended up happening as well, but he did move up to a 61 overall. Terrain Patton came in for a little bit. He also threw a pick and was 0 for 2 on the day. Running game wasn't much better. Miami had to do as much as he could on the ground. He actually fumbled the football twice. He lost one of those fumbles. He ended up with 15 carries for 65 yards on the day. Aaron Ball had 10 carries for 18. Receivers, part of the problem for us not being able to pass the ball really well whatsoever is just that our receivers are having a really difficult time getting separation. I don't know if it's the playbook or what's going on with it, but Joakim Short and Adam Hill III were the only people that had more than 1 catch today. Joakim Short had 3 catches, and then Adam Hill III ended up with 3 catches as well on top of that. For the blocking, Cornell Smith was the only person marked down with a sack, but the offensive line, played a lot worse than what the stat sheet is showing. And then as our defense is actually solid. I feel bad for this defense because usually when we get rocked early on these like walk-on Teambuilder Dynasties, it's because we can't stop anybody. And honestly, we're doing a pretty decent job stopping people. Just our offense is just so bad. I feel bad for these guys, but we had a 4-way tie for most tackles on the day. Caden Doman, Josh Brown, RJ Greenlake, and Justin Burden each all had 6 tackles on the day. Nice little even spread. RJ Greenlake, though, he was living in that backfield from Florence Graham, California. He had 4 TFLs. That's by far the most out there on the field. Caden Doman also had multiple TFLs. We didn't force any turnovers, but we did get free sacks. Izzy Ray from Florida got us a sack, and then Josh Brown actually got us a sack as well. So that's it's nice to see. We have to figure things out on offense. So if we're gonna win anything this season, it's been a tough going, but we'll see who we got going up next. So the silver lining for us out here today is just that, we did get a coaching upgrade, but part of our house rules, if you guys remember back from episode 1, was that whenever we got a coaching upgrade, it was completely going to be random for us. So we went into a little random number generator to see what coaching upgrade we're going to get, and it looks like it lands on Locksmith, so we'll be able to unlock 3 recruits instead of just 1 recruit. Not the most helpful thing for us, but at least it goes towards recruiting, kind of. If we get into, because it's possible that we might fall out of a couple of races, so that could help us out later on. But I mean, it is what it is, man. We'll still trying to go ahead and try to figure things out going forward. So next episode that you're going to see on the Earlham Dynasty, we're actually going to go ahead and have a big Earl football podcast, episode 4. The first episode of season 2, going over some stats, take a look at our recruiting board, as well as what we have going for us up ahead with our next opponent, which we start conference play. It's going to be a good one, so make sure you smash that like button for me, as well as hit subscribe. You have to be brand new and like what you see here on the channel. This is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off, but hoping you guys are all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.